You see the man sitting in front of me. You know who it is. It is the Big Gibber, a.k.a. the 7-figure Gibber, and it's fight week. We are finally here. Welcome back to the channel, the W.A.D.E Concept X, the Big Gibber. He's here. How you doing, man?
Hello, I'm good, man. I'm excited to be on the channel.
Yeah.
And it's been a long time coming. I've been watching you for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm finally here.
Yeah, he's finally here. It's been... We actually talked about this off camera for a second. He cued me into when he started watching me, and it's probably before a lot of you guys started watching me. 2020, when I broke down the Jake and Gib fight. What were your thoughts on my breakdown?
I got smoked. I got smoked. I remember I was in Mario. I said, this bastard is mocking me when I'm down. When I'm down. Then another video came out. I said, cool, he's on smoke with everyone.
Yeah,
It was funny. Your breakdowns were good. It was your style. There was no like bias to it. And I've been watching for a while, man. I pretty much watched nearly video you posted.
That's crazy, man. I appreciate it. No, listen, I was breaking him down and I was giving him the tough love because I knew one day...
There was no tough love, you mocked me. Never done.
I knew one day he would rise up out of those ashes and we'd be here because, man, we're gonna turn back the clock just a bit and we're gonna talk about your last fight that got you to this point. You go out and instead of getting smoked, you smoke. The man they said no one could beat. The man that said...
Best boxer on the card.
The best boxer on the card.
Coached by Canelo.
Coached by Canelo.
Coached by Canelo.
Taylor Holder. I want to know, you know, it's obviously been talked about, but now that you've had a chance to step back from that fight, what your thoughts were going in and how confident were you were going to put on that kind of performance?
I remember I was on like a big road to redemption because not only after my Jake Paul loss, that was my first experience losing like in a competition base. So I didn't react well. Yeah, straight into lockdown. Became obese.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I go into the gym, I get smoked first day.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Terrible for the confidence, but I kept going to the gym. I kept working and working and working. And that added to my experience to help me get the performance that I needed that night.
Yeah.
So I didn't stop and I kept going into the session over and over again. I made that transformation. I went to Mexico, was the underdog, and I smoked the guy.
But speaking of transformations, let me interrupt the interview for just 1 second because speaking to my fellas out there, we need to transform the way we think about soap and how we stay clean and pristine. And sometimes to think about those things, you need an expert involved. Don't worry, because I already set you guys an appointment to see the sponsor of today's video, Dr. Squatch. Guys, Dr. Squatch is changing the game in personal care with their high-performance, natural products that leave you smelling amazing and feeling even better. I'm talking bars on bars on bars of soap. Even though I don't have hair, the doctor still prescribed a shampoo and conditioner combo. They have deodorant for those sweaty pits, and all of Dr. Squatch's products are made with the finest ingredients Mother Nature has to offer. And that's not some joke I'm throwing in. At least 98% of all of Dr. Squatch's products are natural in origin. I gotta be honest, when I'm getting my suds on in the shower for half an hour singing Adele songs, my go-to product is the Pine Tar Soap Bar. It leaves me smelling clean and fresh, and I'm in the house all day, so it lets me experience nature without having to ever touch grass. And guys, I have an offer for you that you do not want to miss out on. New customers of Dr. Squatch get 20% off of orders of $20 or more when you use my code DSQWADE and click the link in the description. Once again, that's 20% off when you use code DSQWADE and click the link in the description. Thank you to Dr. Squatch for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to the interview with the Big Gibber. The fact that you're talking about the work that you put in and you just kept going and kept going, I think it speaks to the strengths of your boxing acumen too, because not only now do you have that motor and you can walk guys down, but now the skill is there. And now I'm seeing your arms popping out of that shirt and the power's there. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, the functional strength.
Come on.
Shout out to Leon. Shout out to Leon.
Shout out to Leon,
I'm telling you, bro, like, I want people... Thing is, I don't think McBroom's done his homework.
Yeah, so let's talk about that fight, man.
I am a very obsessive guy.
Yeah.
Yeah? When it comes to content, when it comes to the gym, I keep going. I'm relentless. When it goes to the hard parts of training, the hard sprints, people don't see the sprint failures. People don't see the failed reps. Thing is, I kept going and going and going and going, and I worked so hard in the gym. And McBroom doesn't have that drive. He doesn't have that experience yet of 4 different camps, 4 different experiences. Yeah. I had the one where I just started to lose weight. I had that tough war versus Swingler. I had the loss, and then I had the redemption story of beating Holder. Thing is, when I went back to the locker room after the Holder fight, the internet knew I won. I wasn't smiling when I got into the locker room. I was pissed. I'd just been robbed in broad daylight. So I'm making sure in this fight, I told myself, I gotta stop this guy. My next opponent, I'm gonna stop him. I knew there had to be McBroom. I wanted to face the best boxer of that card at that current time.
Yeah.
Because at that time, people saw McBroom as the D1 athlete. He's one of the best boxers.
Right.
Right now, he's not top 5.
Yeah.
Right now, in my eyes, he is not top 5. But at the moment, I want to go for the best boxer. We were meant to fight in March, delayed. We were meant to fight in June, got delayed. We were meant to fight in July, got delayed. But now it's September. September 10th is when we're going to fight. And I'm actually really serious that I'm going to put a beating on this guy.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. You know, one, this has been coming for a long time. Obviously, the social gloves handling of, to be fair, obviously wasn't their decision, but the handling of that decision, that Taylor got the win, whatever, it automatically set up you and Austin. And it was a perfect match because, like you said, Austin perceived to be a very, I would say, adept boxer, a guy that got the sport pretty quickly. And you being probably the best guy on that card coming out of it, it was a natural matchup. But what's been going on with these delays? Like, we have been, like you said, it's been delayed. We'll get to the doctor stuff in a second, but even before that, what happened? Why is this fight taking so long?
Because we were speaking straight after, when was the first social gloves? June.
Yeah, it was June of last year. Yeah.
So we began negotiations in November.
Okay.
McBroom thinks he's some sort of big shot, and he was trying to get certain promotion labels.
Oh, okay.
Certain people, he's trying to get certain voices with them.
Yeah. We got to leave after this interview because I don't know if the show is on time. So you guys put that on there. It's not too bad.
Right? All right. Anyway, he said he kept wanting to get these people along, but he doesn't have the pull. He doesn't have the power. So he kept trying to find more and more. There was other excuses. I'm not exactly sure why, because he even stayed quiet with us.
So we get to July 30th. And then I guess it was a week before, maybe 2 weeks before, all hell breaks loose. And for what it seemed like online, you had this, and again, caution your ears here, traumatic brain injury that had gone down. You had me scared. I was like, oh, my boy GIB has been I don't know what he's been doing, but he's hurt. And then all these people are coming out. The fight may not happen. Austin's saying it's serious. Clear everything up for me. What happened?
This is what happened. We do the classic medicals, eye test, blood test.
Yeah.
What other tests do they make you do? They do the MRI brain scan.
Yep.
They do all the tests. But I done it all on the week.
Yep.
One of the tests said you need to do further checks.
Right.
So me, of course, I want the fight to go ahead. I went to another doctor to get the MRI to hand that in.
Yeah.
And the commission said, this scan is not enough. You need to go to this certain doctor.
Right, okay.
Do this certain test.
Okay, like specific test.
Yeah, and then we can approve the test. By the way, to clear up, I went to one of the best MRI doctors in London, Harley Street, private. Okay. Because England is NHS.
Okay, yeah.
Private.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess who paid for the medicals? Me!
Yep.
£1,500! I paid that.
Jeez.
I'm paying for the medicals. But it's not social gloves. Social gloves didn't pay for it.
Right.
This is their obligation to pay, but I paid it. So to then lie and say that I've got an injury, by the way, when they first said that, I said, maybe they got information that I don't know about.
Right.
Yeah, like maybe I am injured.
Yeah.
We do the test. We're all cleared. No problems. No, not an injury to be in sight. And social gloves have not come out and apologized for misdiagnosing me. Because not only is it adding stress to my family, my friends, and tarnishing my name, it could also ruin my career if it was true.
Actually.
If it was true, it would ruin my career.
Yeah.
So they made statements about me that were completely incorrect. And McBroom will pay for that.
I gotta ask you this, and I know you don't know this to be the case or anything, but do you think, and this is Conspiracy Wade coming out, do you think Austin drummed a lot of that stuff up to try to maybe avoid this fight? Do you think that maybe he had seen the guns popping out and seeing some of the little training footage and...
By saying those words, that he's got a head injury, shows me that he never wanted the fight to begin with. Because there was no proof. There wasn't an ounce of proof to say that I was injured, because I wasn't injured at all. So for him to say that made me see that he wanted the fight completely off. He was out partying, eating what he wants, thought the fight was finished.
Yeah.
But then when he saw that, I know he was pissed to get back into camp.
Yeah, it was
because he don't like training. Don't like training.
Let's talk about that, because I did see your TMZ interview, or face-to-face, and...
That was edited down heavily,
yeah.
might I add.
Yeah, I was going to say,
off.
It looked like you were in the middle of making a point, and then the video just ended.
The video just ended. McBroom, see, this is McBroom's event at McBroom's show, yeah? This is all done to promote the fight, of course. But if McBroom looks bad, it's cut.
That's interesting. Let's actually go back to the heavily edited interview, and Austin said you were looking small. He said that he's the better athlete by far.
My arm is the size of his leg.
I grabbed him a second ago, and he's built like a tree. I don't know.
My bicep is the size of his quad.
Go ahead, show the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, come on now.
Sorry.
But no, he did. He was like, he's small. And he kept referring to him being the athlete. Fair play to you. Again, I'm not body shaming anyone, but you said he had titties. So
McTitties. McTitties.
So what are you? I guess my question is, do you think you've just put way more work into this camp than he has?
He hasn't fallen in love with the sport. He's looking at these fights. See, I want to ask him, what's he actually fighting for? Because what I'm seeing is that he wants to emulate. He's trying to emulate what the other guys have done, what KSI and Jake does. He's like, yeah, that's how I can become a top creator, by doing these boxing matches.
Right.
You don't know that I was on the first card. I had one of the first fights on that card.
Yeah, yeah.
Olatunji came to my coaches because I asked him and Joe Weller for a spar. I've been doing this since the beginning.
Yeah.
I've really fallen in love with the sport. And like I said, I'm obsessive with it. I train so much, and I've dedicated all my time. He just trains when a fight comes up. I've been in the gym.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
I can vouch for this. So I talked with Vidal off camera, and I was like, I don't know, we were talking about your fight, and he was like, bro, I'm telling you, this guy, he trains, and he watches Cobra Kai, and then he trains. He's like, every single day he's in the gym. So I think people that maybe don't get to see it, and they hear about your work ethic, but it really is there. Like, you really are preparing to be one of the best guys in this scene.
Like I said, I didn't do a push-up till I was 21 years old.
He just told me and my camera guy, he hadn't did a push-up until he was 21 years old.
21 years old. Spencer FC, Wembley Cup, the assault course video. That is homework to any of my opponents out there to go and watch, yeah? To see how much work I've put in since then.
Since that point.
It was pathetic.
Yeah.
I couldn't do 3 push-ups.
That's insane.
I couldn't do 3 push-ups.
Yeah.
So I've worked so hard. And I'm ready. I'm actually so confident with this fight coming up, and I'm going to put a performance of a lifetime.
Well, yeah, listen, you couldn't do a push-up then, maybe not a pull-up, but you're about to pull up on Austin. And I guess the venue has changed to the Bank, the stadium that the LA Galaxy play in Los Angeles. But let's talk about this fight, because one, I've now seen, you showed me, some of his recent sparring footage that you took a good look at, and I'm sure you have some thoughts on. But also, that little face-to-face that you and him were in, he was talking about, I want that pressure. Bring that pressure. And he even said, that goofy, clumsy pressure. Do you think he's underestimating not only the fact that you've gotten better, but that you may just walk into range and he tries to snipe you? Like, how do you think he's going to approach this fight?
He believes it's going to be the same fight as the Bryce Hall fight, that he can throw shots without getting punished. Whatever he does, if it's the inside game, I'm going to maul him. If he tries to outbox me, I'm going to outsmart him. Every part of the ring, I'm going to own. And I don't think he quite understands. I told him he had boxing on easy mode. He hasn't been to the different gyms and done the sparring. He hasn't done the hard training. He doesn't watch boxing. He's not in love with the training like how I am. You can see it with his discipline. He don't like it. And I'm going to show him that September 10th.
He also, he was saying stuff like, in 10-ounce gloves, he can't take my power, right? And he's going to walk in and get caught with a big one. Do you think he underestimates your newly found power? Do you think that he hasn't been hit like you're going to, as Fuzi would say, he hasn't been touched. Shout out my boy Yusuf. He hasn't been touched like you're going to touch him on September 10th. I don't think he...
With the fight with Bryce Hall, he got hurt by a body shot by Bryce that doesn't know how to use his hips. He got tired in 3 2-minute rounds. How do you think he's going to do versus a guy that can bring 12 rounds to a 6-round fight?
So 6 rounds is official now. We're going
6 threes.
Okay, 6 threes.
6 threes.
Okay.
6 threes. And like I said, the last fight, we all know that I can grind through the rounds. I like it. I like to drown my opponent. But this time, I'm really going to put some serious strength behind my shots, and he's going to feel it.
So you're going in, not, prediction, but you obviously want to end this thing.
It's going to be a stoppage 100%.
Yeah.
It's going to be a stoppage 100%.
Now, when I talked to a lot of the guys over in the UK, you're at home. I was just over there. And we're going to talk about the card in a second, but I do have to know, your name got brought up a lot.
My name?
Your name.
What happened?
I think people want that fight,
yeah.
And I'm sure you've heard there's some rumblings going around. Let's do this. Give me your assessment of some of the fighters on that card. Who stood out to you from the Misfits DAZN boxing card? Just that in general. Who stood out, and then I'll tell you what are some of the names that we're saying, the big gibbers' names.
The undercard was sick.
Yeah, you liked it, huh?
The undercard was sick.
Who was your favorite fight on the night?
Oh, I don't know. I was excited for all of them,
Yeah.
And it showed me the level of YouTube boxing has gone up.
Oh, yeah.
So Saltpappy got a great finish. The guy, no offense to him, was terrible.
Andy shouldn't have been in there.
But he done what was needed. He should have done.
What he should have been. Yeah, exactly.
What he should have done. Who was next? Deji. Deji had a great performance.
He did.
Fuzi, people discredit Fuzi. He improved a lot.
Yeah.
He improved a lot. I know he got smoked.
Yeah.
And he's not the best boxer, but compared to his fight with Slim, he was thinking a lot more. And he didn't, what's the word? He kept himself composed, even though he was getting tagged.
Yeah.
He kept himself composed throughout.
No, you didn't see him gassed after round 1.
No.
Like, you saw him, and you're right, he was thinking a bit in there. I said in my video, he had some moments, and they were very small moments of success, pressure forward.
He just was on the level, that's the problem.
Yeah, the levels were different.
He just was on the level.
Fair play, Deji, I thought had his greatest performance that he could have had. Possibly a fight in the future, we'll see, And then we had Slim and Temper. What did you think of that?
That was good as well. That was Slim's first respectable win. Of course, he's had knockouts in the past, but like someone said, he was a part of like the dirty side of YouTube boxing.
Yeah, Fidel said that he was the dirty side.
He was part of like the scummy, not respected.
Right.
Like no one really looked at that too much.
Mm-hmm.
He took this fight, got the knockout, and Temper got knocked out, man.
Yeah, Temper had a rough fight. Slim does want that fight too. This is what I was talking about. People were saying your name before the fight. Slim was saying, "Big Gibby, I'm coming to get you."
I know, I'm excited.
That would be a fun. I mean, obviously you're not looking past Austin. Would that be something you would possibly look at in the future?
100%.
Yeah, you like that one, huh?
Yeah, I like the fact that he's got a respectable win. He's got knockouts, and there's a sense of people might think that I'd lose, and I like that.
Yeah, and people want to see it now too, right? Slim was in that.
Yeah, before there was no... I felt like I was giving my credibility.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, there's some credibility to be taken.
Yeah, no, fair play.
Like
he won a co-main event slot. But your boy Knowledge, Strength Integrity, was in the main event twice. Give me your thoughts on the 2 fights in one night and his performance. What did you think of KSI?
2 fights one night. That's respectable. I think every YouTube boxer would be like, yeah, I can fight 2 YouTubers in one night. Like, I've been saying that.
Right.
I've
you have said that, yeah.
So I'm jealous that he's done that.
I know,
I'm
I
jealous that he's done that.
Quick wardrobe change, too. He went with the black and the white. Fair play. It was cold.
But the Swans put in what he could.
Yeah.
And that Pineda guy wasn't good.
No, I don't think anybody expected him to be.
I don't know why, but when I saw it at the public podcast, I was like, "Oh, he's got something up his sleeve."
Yeah.
I thought he was going to keep it long. He was going to. I messaged Wade. I was like, "What do you think about this Pineda
guy?"
Yeah. I said, "What do you think about this Pineda guy?" Man,
all I could say was
letdown.
I know. You can tell it from the first shot. And again, we're not here to roast the kid, but you can tell it from the first shot he didn't want to be in there.
I just thought it'd be at least like
I thought he was
not competitive, but just something.
Yeah,
just something,
give me range.
Just one type of challenge.
Exactly.
One type of challenge.
Give me your range. Like use your fundamental physical strengths, which he showed in the open workout. He was just long with the jab.
Irritating journey, man. That's what his job was.
I know.
That's what his job was.
Just show something, but he didn't unfortunately do it. But
honestly, he did what he could.
Yeah.
For what was presented to him, because he tried to get one guy. The neo-Nazi.
Yeah, I don't know how you don't do that.
The neo-Nazi.
How do you not see that on his stomach? Excuse my language. This is my interview. I don't give a shit.
The wasabi injury.
Yeah.
you think Wasabi was injured?
I do. I'll say this. I know for a fact Alex was injured.
Okay.
I know for a fact. And I'm not going to say how I know because that's his responsibility and his, it's his thing to put out there, but I know for a fact he was.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
But anyway, they had the Wasabi thing. Wasabi pulled out, so he did what he could.
That was tough. No, and I said the same thing to JJ. I was like, bro, you're doing what you can. What are you going to do? You got 2 weeks notice to try to figure this thing out. But after the fight, I'm sure you were watching and saw this. Called out a lot of people. I like that. But he said he wanted the winner of you and Austin. Now, I've never heard KSI actually talk about fighting you. And he didn't necessarily say you. But obviously, you're going to go in there and win. That's your thoughts. Would that be something you entertain? You and KSI in the ring together?
What I think he really wants is McBroom.
He wants Austin, obviously. But
as we're getting close to this fight, McBroom ain't looking so confident.
Yeah.
McBroom ain't looking so confident, and McBroom ain't looking like he's going to win.
No, well, listen, obviously, you're going in there 100% in your mind. You're winning that fight.
100%, yeah.
So KSI saying that.
It's to be discussed once I whoop McBroom.
We'll table it. We'll just say interesting. We'll say that. So let's get back to you and Austin. We're fight week now. You guys are making that final stretch toward, obviously the big main event.
Yeah.
Give me your thoughts as now you're around him more about what you're seeing. Like you just said, he doesn't look too confident in his eyes. What are you seeing in him?
He doesn't look like he wants to do it. He doesn't look like he's game for the fight. I think he's upset that the fight's actually going down.
Yeah.
Because I actually think the moment he thought I was injured and he could get away with it,
yeah,
I think he thought that the fight was done, and he was happy with that.
Right.
I think he's very disheartened that the fight's actually going down because this isn't Bryce Hall.
Yeah, he keeps saying that you're not going to last as long as Bryce did. And I guess maybe he's attributing that to the 10-ounce gloves, which is a big deal, right? You guys are going from 16s to 10s, but you're also in 10 ounces.
He's trying to give himself affirmations.
Okay.
I think he said, this is easier than Bryce. I'm just as good as when I was facing Bryce. But I'm not Bryce Hall. I'm not this stationary target that's going to eat that left.
Yeah.
I'm going to punish him when he comes forward. I'm going to punish him if he stays inside.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's thinking. I don't think he's ready for the fight, man. I don't think he's ready for the fight.
Well, you said it was something.
He wears his oversized clothes because his fucking man tees are drooping down his love handles. That's what we've been doing, bro. That's what we've been doing. When people are getting into camp, they at least show like a little sign, like before and after their training footage or something. Bro, you don't want it. You don't want to post nothing. You don't want to post anything. He wants to try and brush this under the rug.
Yeah.
Another interesting dynamic is that he is I don't think in history someone's ever, other than the KSI event that just happened,
right?
No one's ever fought the head of the company.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's like someone facing Dana White.
I know. Well, yeah, when Jake fights, you got MVP is there, but they're usually a co-pro with Showtime,
right?
yeah, that Austin couldn't get. But we have Austin is the promoter. That's always...
So it's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, it's always tough when you don't know, like, okay, how much of this is controlled by the promoter? Like, am I fighting him or am I fighting everyone?
When it was the press conference that was streamed nowhere, by the way.
The most ridiculous thing I would ever seen.
It's so stupid, yeah.
Not on yours, not on his, nobody was like...
They brought a disabled person on stage and said, it's Little Gib.
That I could not believe
you know how
that.
Crazy that is?
In 2022, I was like, this is not it.
Bro, it was nuts.
And that was the big finale, too.
The finale.
That was like the big thing.
The finale. They got this presenter. By the way, apparently the presenter is like a reputable guy.
No, he is. And that's the thing. He works with a lot of like big time companies.
I saw him interviewing Deontay Wilder recently. I said, I can't believe this guy did that.
And you took the piss. You were like, I actually liked you, but fuck off. I said, suck your mom.
It was outrageous.
Oh my God. No, it was
outrageous.
It was insane to me. But I guess as the time of recording or as the time this thing goes out, 7 days away, or probably 5 days away from the fight, give me, your final kind of, I guess, anticipations for what Austin will bring you. Is there anything that concerns you that he does? Like, obviously, jokes aside, is there anything when he steps in that he does that you're like, okay, I have to watch that?
Under my resume, I get to take from this fight that I fought a southpaw.
Okay. Him being southpaw, is that something that you're like, okay, I haven't fought a southpaw yet, let's...
when he was switching stances, I believe that was actually confusion.
Okay.
I believe that was confusion.
Well, I know he's a natural right-handed guy, right? He's not like I don't want to say a true southpaw, but I know his power hand is his right hand.
He's not
right.
a true southpaw. He's not a true southpaw. And he had a very stationary target in front of him. But he is a D1 athlete, so he can take up sports quicker.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen,
Boxing's not one of them?
I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's ready for what's coming.
So tell us the people, without obviously giving away your strategy, what is coming on Fight Night?
A Gibbo knuckle sandwich.
Yeah. A lot
Combinations.
Of those. Yeah.
The Gib pounder with cheese is what I'm going to call it.
The Gib pounder with cheese. I love that.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. I'm excited for Fight Night. I've been waiting a long time for this, 1.5 years. So I'm excited to show my skills that I've gained over the year.
There it is, man. Listen, I don't think there's much else to say. The Big Gibber, the McGib with cheese, the double McGibber. Everything coming to the bank on Fight Night, September 10th. Buy the pay-per-view, obviously, for my man Gib. I don't know where it is. Gib, do you know where the pay-per-view is?
It's somewhere, man.
Somewhere out in the ethos, there's a pay-per-view. And I think tickets are finally on sale.
Yeah.
So if there's any left, because I know it was a hot commodity, get those tickets.
Get them, man. Get those tickets.
Gib versus Austin. The card, the undercard, do you want to speak on the undercard? Do you know anybody on the undercard?
There's some people on the undercard, if I'm honest.
Yeah. There are a lot of Americans, to be fair. It's tough.
I don't care about it. This is McBroom's job to promote it, so I don't care about
you've already said you're coming to kill the company anyway.
I'm focused on McBroom, and once I beat him, no one's taking part in social gloves no more.
Gibb says he's handing out termination papers to the Social Gloves staff. He's doing it on Saturday, September 10th. My brother, I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
We'll see you in there, man.